You know what, Ash? You started this week.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
I wasn't prepared. Places, gon' get it, get it, get it, gon' get it, gon' get it, get it, get it, gon' get it, gon' get it, get it, get it, gon' get it. Trading places.
Stay tuned for part 2. You watching me? I'm watching you.
Something like that.
We gon' switch this thing back, and I'm gonna put it.
Welcome back to another episode of How'd I Get Here podcast.
Okay, sorry. I don't need no applause.
Right.
I do this.
Hold that to the end. So we switching it up today, y'all. So you're not used to this voice first, but it's me. And guess what day it is? Actually, it was Taco Tuesday at work today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love that for the kid.
I didn't get it though, but
I thought you didn't work.
no, I'm working this week. This is my first week.
Bet.
You got lip gloss on?
Lip gloss is
I put a
popping.
little
My lip
chapstick.
gloss
I
is
was about
cool.
to say your lips all glistening and whatnot.
She said,
Yeah, it's that chicken
it's that chicken grease, extra
It's that,
fried.
little chicken grease.
It's your girl.
It's me, y'all. We back at it again. Got fire topic for y'all. Fire episode.
Fire upon your head top.
Facts. All the head tops.
Boom, boom, boom. Yo, it's your co-host Jake. It's the Brown Broken Guapo, 10 toes down, big head up. Bad Bunny dropped a new album. It's actually fire. What up?
Sure did.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard nothing but good things. I can't understand it, so I'm gonna go off of.
With Bad Bunny, you don't always gotta understand him.
Just
like,
feel it.
it's just a vibe.
Yeah.
I get that, and I'm with that, but I'm also not gonna be like humming and bopping or something that he might not even be singing to me. He might be singing to the gal.
Crazy thing is, I bet you there's like a couple songs on there
Then you sing it to
that
the
you
gal
would
them.
listen to and be like, just catch yourself humming it. Like, it's catchy, you know?
But I don't know what he's saying.
You don't gotta know.
He
You
might be
have
saying some
to.
sexy shit to women, and like,
Okay,
That's
so
like-
then you say that to them.
but I don't know.
But that's like
But it's
that
alright.
that one reggae song that the guy was like, I met a girl named was Pepsi. With that song, supposedly he's talking about like abortions in that song, but like you would never really know unless you actually listen to it.
Facts.
And I was singing about abortions at 13.
Well, I mean,
We was singing about a lot at 13.
Yes.
R&B back in the day was
Nasty.
frisky.
Nasty.
not the nasty.
Is it me?
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, I work.
Only 3 of us, them.
It's your boy Spence, King Aquarius, Mr. 20%, Faux Dog. We are kicking it again live at the new dwelling of the podcast.
The secret space.
Shout out the team. We got a new videographer. We got lights and shit. Ash is back. Yo, Ash was gone last week.
We missed her.
We did.
Wait till last week's come out, because I
mean-
actually think we did a thing.
We did a thing, but you know what I realized when
That's
Ash
gross.
isn't here?
That thing.
The tangent goes, and I'm just like, wait, hold on. I actually lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
Ash, help! So yeah, we missed you.
It's all right.
How was your trip?
When we get all big and bad, could do things
Love
virtually
that.
and all that.
Power to win.
Yeah.
That's like when folks be like, oh, I gotta go to work today. No, you get to go to work today.
Ooh, perspective is key.
Because, you could lose that job and be homeless. So you get to go to work. You get to coach. You get to do, you get to do stuff, bro. Privilege. My bad. Some people just be complaining too much.
Ooh.
He's talking about you.
Ooh.
What's that bitch I might be? Our centerpiece for the week as well is in honor of Benito Bad Bunny, which is very ironic because I generally I actually am not like the biggest fan, but this album might have converted me into a Bad Bunny fan.
I love that.
Yeah.
I've been a Bad Bunny fan
That's
for
how you
a
know
little
Drake's
while.
not on it.
Hey.
Right, because he would have converted me by now.
You're right.
Hey, yo.
So we're gonna switch it up a little bit today, even more.
Trading places.
Do the dance again.
Get it.
Hey,
Get it.
hey,
Go
hey,
get it.
hey, don't stop. Don't stop. Wait, I gotta pull out the camera. Hold on. Go. You got a couple more get it's in it.
Get it. Go.
Hey,
Get it.
One more time now.
hey, hey, hey. And cut.
Beautiful.
They're gonna be like, "What is wrong with her?"
This is what happens.
It's Tuesday, y'all.
Right.
The sunshine today. We just all positive vibes in 2025. So if you a negative Nancy, take that next left. I hope it's an exit for you, or just
Facts.
a cliff, something.
And with positive vibes, my vibe. Never mind. I ain't gonna say it. But Ash is doing the question of the day to the question of the day today, y'all. So pan over to goddamn sugar.
Ooh.
Energy.
Okay. So I want to do the question of the day today because this question that was posed to me, y'all, it really stumped me, and I feel like I went back and forth in rebuttal because I thought my answer was correct, and then we had to end up Googling the answer.
Wait, so there's an actual right or wrong answer?
Yes, but I also think it's perspective.
Okay.
Because you know, who truly made up that answer from Google? Probably a white man somewhere.
There you go.
Liars. But the question of the day is, when you are laying down in your bed, are you laying down horizontally or vertically?
Vertically.
No, vertically is up and down.
Yeah, you are laying down up and down, head to toe, top to bottom. I'm not laying down sideways on my bed.
I mean,
And if they said horizontally, they're lying. The answer is vertical, up to down, top to bottom.
I'm gonna say slant wise.
Spencer was like a star.
Yeah.
Patrick Star, sprawled out, dead man. Wait, you gonna give us the answer?
I thought we were going to talk about it somewhere.
What is there to talk about? It's like I'm not hearing anything other than up and down.
Over the vertical.
Cause look.
Wait, hold on.
No.
But everybody says when. So remember when people make the height joke, like we're all the same height horizontally.
Who the hell says that?
A lot of people.
I've never heard that.
For real?
Yeah. Cause look, if this is my bed, this is how I'm laying, right? What is this?
Up and down.
But vertically or horizontal?
Vertically.
What is this?
Is that considered horizontal?
Yeah, because the horizon. That's how I learn horizontal. Horizon. Right? Do you sleep like this?
So horizontally is
long.
wide.
Long,
Wide.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. It depends on which way I lay on my bed.
Are y'all ready for the answer?
Are y'all ready for this?
I know you're gonna piss me off, but go ahead.
I'm not pissing you off. Google will.
Go ahead.
So I too thought that when you lay in your bed, you're laying down vertically because of the way your bed is positioned. The head of the bed is at the top and the foot of the bed is at the bottom. So like if you lay head to foot, that's vertical. If you were laying horizontally, that means I would be laying from one side to the other
You'd
side.
be laying across your bed.
Yeah, across your bed.
Because you have to get in your bed horizontally.
Right.
Like you're not just.
I'm not like like a fucking penguin.
But when the act of getting in your bed makes you horizontal.
Right. But they said when you are in your bed, you are laying down horizontally, meaning your body is parallel to the surface of the bed.
That makes
not
sense.
vertically upright.
That's stupid.
Yeah, because your bed, you'd have to be in a coffin.
Yeah.
On a wall.
Basically.
And you're like sitting up. That's vertical. That
Because it
makes
says
sense.
horizontal, this describes the position where your body is flat and parallel to the ground, versus vertically where your body is positioned perpendicular to the ground. Because like the ground is still the ground.
Yeah.
So if we were sleeping vertically in our bed,
I'd be standing up.
yes. But because the ground is still horizontal.
So the question
sleeping
is, are you
parallel.
sleeping
Like when you
parallel
lay-
to the floor or horizontal to the floor? Because in my actual bed, I'm sleeping
Vertically? That would be sleeping vertically.
That's not
The way
my
those chairs are.
No.
Not for sure.
No. I'm sleeping vertically to the horizontally to the floor.
Nah.
But in my actual bed, I'm.
You're horizontal.
You're still horizontal, buddy.
I ain't hearing that shit. I got a question for you.
Oop, he said, you know what? Let's just move the fuck on.
No. Y'all
Is this
remember?
a sub question?
Yeah, it's like a sub question because I'll explain.
Okay.
Y'all had Salisbury steaks as kids?
Nah.
You said nah?
Hell no.
Wait, what do you mean hell no?
My parents didn't play that. My mom didn't play that.
You said yeah?
No, I've never had.
Wait, y'all never had Salisbury steak?
And not until high school when I went to like school lunch. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
Be easy, you ever had Salisbury
steak? This is a
steak?
greasy cheeseburger. It's a cheeseburger.
Not a cheeseburger.
It's a burger with gravy on it.
Did y'all eat TV dinners?
No.
My mom also didn't play that.
Y'all were privileged.
Nah,
It's called West Indian.
Yeah.
Shit, I guess in Puerto Rico.
It's called being West Indian, where when you come home, there's food made from
very little. Like they make a lot with a little. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
But
that
also,
brings,
they made a big like meal on Sundays that would last us till like Wednesday, and then Wednesday, like my mom or my grandma was cooking something else, or I would cook myself something else.
Yeah, my mom making meatloaf before she making Salisbury steak.
So would you guys consider Salisbury steak a struggle meal?
Hell yeah.
I think
For
like
sure.
I mean, there's also West Indian like struggle meals too, like
Yeah. Oh, like
the corned beef with like
Yeah.
like water crackers.
corned beef and rice. I didn't know it was a struggle meal until I got older.
Facts.
That's a
or rice and eggs.
staple.
Yeah.
Staple.
So they fed the kids Salisbury steak for like lunch today, like you were just saying,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, damn, bro, I used to like I wouldn't eat that shit now.
Right.
Yeah,
But
because
as
so high in like sodium and
Well, I ain't worried about all that, but
yeah, but like
I just want to know what type of meat it is.
it's beef.
mystery meat.
So
what part of the beef?
that's the funny shit is
The loin.
my man's at work told me it's ground beef. So it's not even steak.
not.
So if they said Salisbury beef, I'm like, okay, but they're selling it as poor people's steak.
It's a burger with gravy on it.
Beef, bro.
Yeah.
And we were debating this all day whether Salisbury steak was a struggle meal or not. And mostly everybody said no.
Said it's not a struggle meal?
Yeah, but then we broke it down like, bro, you could go to the
I was
grocery
gonna
store.
say, like, if you had $10 to make you a dinner meal,
you could get Salisbury steak with some mashed potatoes.
yeah, like you got a protein and a side.
Getting corned beef,
You ain't get no veggies,
rice,
but-
and potatoes.
right? Or if you want to get fancy, you could do some corned beef and cabbage, and then do like rice and peas.
Potato.
I mean, I also do like potato, but you know, I like those corned beef.
This is interesting because I thought everybody of color had TV dinners and Salisbury steak.
So I think majority yes, but it's like mainly I feel like more like,
Americanized.
yeah. So it's like because I do have some like West Indian friends where like their families did have sometimes like the TV dinners, but it wasn't necessarily that TV dinner. A lot of them used to do like what is it called?
The chicken, the banquet joints.
No, the something
Pockets.
something Hot Pockets. Yes, was
Hot
definitely
Pockets
one.
so
The ham ones.
I can't eat them anymore.
I never
I
really
ate them so
cared
much
for
in
them.
college, bro.
I haven't had one in so long.
Yeah.
I never cared for them, but
Freshman
yeah,
year, Hot Pockets.
the ham and cheese ones. I feel like mad people used to have those, or the is it
Pepperoni?
hamburger helper?
Yeah.
Yep, they used to do
I wouldn't
that.
consider hamburger helper a struggle meal though.
Yes, it is.
I feel like it
For
is.
sure.
You gotta actually like make that though.
Yeah, but it's still, I mean, you still gotta make corned beef, and it's a struggle meal.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know. I'll fuck up something. Maybe that's just
Or
how
Chef
low
Boyardee.
maintenance. Nah, that's a struggle meal.
Yeah, I used to hate that.
Maybe that's just how low maintenance I am and was that like the littlest things were just amazing to me. Like my mom used to make sloppy joes, bro. Y'all never had sloppy joes?
No, for sure.
Oh, because you looked at me like
No, I was
peasants.
just wondering where you go with it.
No, like I loved me a sloppy joe.
I hate sloppy joes because I don't like my food messy. I don't like messy.
I know y'all should see this big nigga eat wings.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow this gigantuous human being
Not gigantuous.
finds a way to be clean while eating wings with 2 fingers. It's crazy. My bad. I be trying it, but
He said, "Clock it."
I be getting my James Winston on. All right, Ashton, you leading this thing.
Not my James
What we
Winston,
what we
though.
chatting about today?
They don't.
That's crazy. They don't know. So yeah, you know, we was in the lab cooking up ideas and stuff like that, and I think it's important to talk about as we bringing in the new year. You know, everyone has started off their resolutions, and I hope you're still continuing them from what you made. 'Cause,
Right, you're not even a month in yet.
right. So if you quitting on yourself now, shame
Shame,
Dishonor.
On your whole family.
Oh,
On your
Not
cow.
on your cow.
Just dishonor. But I think it's important to talk about, if you are feeling that sense of doubt, are you battling imposter syndrome? And also, what expectations are you holding yourself to? Do you feel like they're too high? Does society play a role in these expectations? So, we're just going to chop it up a little bit, talk, make y'all think.
So let's define imposter syndrome, because that's kind of where I was struggling with earlier when we initially started this.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I think because I think everyone usually has like a general consensus of imposter syndrome, and not everyone will always explain it the best way to people. I always like to say, like, I compare imposter syndrome to moments of just self-doubt, because self-doubt feeds the syndrome of imposter syndrome. But if we want to go with the American Psychological Association, they say that imposter syndrome, they call it imposter syndrome experience. I think they started moving away from syndrome because they didn't want people to feel like they were diagnosing themselves with like an actual syndrome, when it's like,
not.
Yeah, like,
But
it's
isn't that right there part of the problem?
Well, yeah, I mean, if we want to really break down, before we even get to the definition, imposter syndrome was a term created by a white woman. I forget her name, and I probably should have looked this all up. But, like, the word itself is a social construct. And it actually was a social constructed word to keep black people specifically at, like, a lower advantage. Because if we think about it...
Pauline Rose Clant and Suzanne Imes.
Yeah, those gals, for lack of better terms. But I think that term was also created in a space to really hinder us, mainly talking about like people of color, because again, white people are always trying to be up here and stay up there, and they trying to keep us down there. That they're like, stay away from there.
Not the stiff arms.
But the APA says that...
And this was in 1978 when the term was coined.
So this is new.
Fairly,
yeah. I mean, I think they are also trying to not, again, go from, like, syndrome to syndrome experience. Because, again, like Spencer was saying, like, it is a feeling or experience that is brought on by these inner conflicts or fears that you're having within yourself about your capability, about your skill set when it comes to an activity that you're trying to do, a job that you may want to apply for, a job that you may have already gotten, but you're now like tasked with different
So you're not deserving or worthy.
Yeah,
I mean, you're doing a great job explaining it, but to like dumb it down to its like simplest.
Well, yeah, because the way they say it, it's an ongoing fear that they're going to be found out or unmasked as being incompetent or unable to replicate past successes.
So, for example, right? Okay. So being a financial advisor, it's like there's so much information that you have to know to be like a financial advisor, right? Just like a baseline standard, right? And then there's different specialties. So a lot of times when I'm talking to certain people, although I'm qualified to have the dialogue, sometimes I'm like, damn, am I? Like, do I actually know more than this person who's 60, 70 years old who's about to trust me with their retirement plan? Or should I really be finding someone else like to help me do this? Which sometimes that is the case, but a lot of times we put doubt in ourselves. Like, out of that, it probably happened to you while you're playing professional soccer.
So that's what I was just thinking, right?
Yeah.
So now when it comes to like coaching and training, right? I never second guess myself ever. Like, are there better coaches out there than me? Probably. Are there people, more knowledgeable, more prepared? Probably. But I think I am the best for this job, whether it's coaching the high school boys or, my individual trainings and things like that, right? But then rewind back to when I was playing, or even now when like I tell Spence, we've had the conversation on the podcast, like I don't think I failed, but sometimes I struggle being like, hey, did I really succeed? You know what I mean?
And is like, did you do enough?
Right.
Or like, are these achievements worthy enough to truly say like they are my successes?
Right. And so would that be imposter syndrome? Because I mean, there's no way we could say I didn't make it. You know what I mean? There's no way we could say I wasn't successful and I didn't do things, right? But obviously the end goal was, you know, a big contract, a long, illustrious career, blah, 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 whatever. So is that me saying like, damn, did I really succeed? Like, is that a form of imposter syndrome?
It can be, because again, the overall experience is that sense of fear and what fear brings on. So the overthinking, the nervousness, thinking of like, am I able to actually do this task? You could have done this task a million different ways, but say if like going back to like Spencer's idea that he had before with like financial advising. So say like Spencer's doing his thing, financial advising and all the good stuff, and he killing it. And then maybe one of his clients poses a question that stumps him. And now
I'm not worthy.
Right, and now he's like having a hard time to like give them an answer, or maybe he has to like go back to his team and rely on other people. And to some, they would say like, oh, like, well, that's not a bad thing to do. Like sometimes you do have to rely on your team members to get the overall like case sold or do whatever X, Y, and Z. But maybe for him, he's like, damn, like I should have known that, right? Now say like that passes on, they close down case, like they get the best like plan for this retired guy or whatever, and now it comes to like the next few cases that he has, and he starts thinking like, what if that moment happens again? What if I don't have an answer for it? What if now I'm not actually good enough to do what I've already done 1,000 times before? Then that is starting to feel like I'm impostering on this experience. Like I actually maybe don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I shouldn't do this at all. Maybe I should just pass this like cases on to somebody else who may be more qualified.
It debunks fake it till you make it.
So imposter syndrome only exists when you are good enough to do something.
That's the funny part.
Because what if I am in fact not actually good enough?
So a lot of, like with the articles I've been reading, it says that a lot of times it's with high achieving people, and actually said it started with high achieving women, to place doubt in them, because obviously because y'all didn't have rights for so long, and then when you got into the workforce, like y'all started going crazy.
Right,
but then also the back of your mind is just like, whoa, like, am I deserving of this? Because there's been
should I keep doing this?
Generational trauma on that. So I think before we keep going, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, but just doing a little bit of research based on Dr. Valerie Young, who is an expert on imposter syndrome and co-founder of the Imposter Syndrome Institute.
Man said, let me
Dr. Valerie.
Let me write my research. Let me cite my sources.
Right.
These APA style.
These are not my words, but there are 5 types of imposter syndromes, and each of them come with like a quick 2-sentence like synopsis.
Which I didn't even know that there was 5 types.
Different types, right? So there's the perfectionist. I'll just read it real quick. I'll read fast. So this is a type of imposter syndrome involves believing that unless you are absolutely perfect, you could have done better. You feel like an imposter because your perfectionist traits make you believe that you're not as good as others might think you are. So that's one. The expert, which I was like, what's the difference between a perfectionist and an expert, right? The expert feels like an imposter because they don't know everything there is to know about a particular subject or topic, or they haven't mastered every step in a process. Because there is more for them to learn, they don't feel as they've reached as the rank of expert. The natural genius, which is kind of straightforward. The soloist, and the super person.
That's so interesting, because I feel like
they're all on a pedestal?
Kind of, yeah, but it's almost just like the super person. It kind of reminds me of people who have like that savior complex, or like they have to be the superhero. They have to be the one that like comes in and saves the day. They have to be the one that like
they
always has like
they're, for lack of a better terms, are like the shiner of the group. So this type of imposter syndrome involves believing that you must be the hardest worker or reach the highest levels of achievement possible, and if you don't, you are a fraud.
Which one is that?
The super person.
The super person, or aka the shiner. Which is funny because no one ever likes a shiner because they just be looking at you like...
It's like a gym class hero.
Yeah, or that person in class. And it's funny, no shade. For me, it's always been women in like my schools that I've gone to.
Miss, do we have homework?
The top 3 people in the class are typically like women, and they're just like, oh yeah, I did that. No, does everyone have their homework? They're the first one to have it out. Miss, are you gonna check the homework? Shut the fuck up.
Girl, ain't nobody finish it.
Yeah. And it's funny, those be some of the most insecure people too. Because they, like, a lot of times from my experience, they put a lot of their energy into their grades and not so much into their social life.
Yeah, they can't read social cues. Like,
right.
They could tell you the ins and outs of that textbook.
I wonder how much... That's funny because there's a Kanye line. I could read the textbook. Oh, I forget. I fucked it up.
He would never fuck up a coal line.
Ever. But I could count up all the change in your purse really fast. He said some shit like that. But, so... I wonder, because you said there's 5 different forms of it, but I wonder how much they're intertwined. Because obviously, like, they're all similar.
Well, think about it. The perfectionist, the expert, the natural genius, the soloist, the super person.
This shit sound like the 7 deadly sins.
Like, right? like it sounds like the Umbrella Academy.
And sadly, I'm like low key. Not judging people, but like putting some of these labels to people that I know.
Yeah.
And I think because one, like we were saying, a lot of people don't really know or acknowledge what imposter syndrome is, but I wonder how many people really, oh shit, like I do that.
Well, you know a lot of soloists. Like, it's also possible to feel like an imposter if you've had to ask for help to reach a certain level or status. Since you couldn't get there on your own, you question your competence or your abilities.
Which I think is heavily... but I feel like that's heavily influenced, though, by society's expectations. Like, I think if a lot of people see other people reaching these high, like, statures, and they may not have seen who helped them or who got them there, they're like, oh, wow, like... If like Spencer like posted that he like got to like this high status, they're like, oh wow, Spencer did all that by himself. Like that's some tough shit.
Yeah, right. Like, no, I get it.
But then they're like, damn, that means like I gotta do that too. But it's like, no, you don't. Like it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to
what we can depend on. Friends.
I'm glad we all got that. So how does imposter syndrome differ from a low self-esteem?
I think imposter syndrome leads to having a low self-esteem. Because again, a lot of times these people, they've accomplished my idea of it. Like they've accomplished a good amount, you know, like they're actually doing well for themselves, or they're on the road to do well for themselves. But then they're just like, damn, do I deserve this? Like I still try to digest and unpack like the fear of success. You know, I feel like people who have the fear of success struggle with imposter syndrome because they don't think they're deserving. And I
think it also comes from a place of just like not feeling satisfied. Like they could do something, but maybe if like they're seeking or searching for something to fulfill whatever they need to be fulfilled, then they're just like, yeah, I did that, but like I'm still not fulfilled. So like it's not good enough. Like I gotta keep going. I gotta keep finding something else.
Yeah, see that I guess for that, I just feel like people, I've always said like I'm not big into religion, but I understand it. But I think in general, like people just have to believe in something that's bigger than themselves and have a why that's bigger than like themselves or something monetary. Because if you want to make $100,000, what happens when you make $100,000? Oh, now I want to make $150,000. Like, but why do you want to make $100,000? You know, like, what are you gonna do with that $100,000 that's gonna be impactful? Because whatever that number is, it probably should be higher. You should have been shooting for that to begin with. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of it, and I think this kind of echoes what you were just saying. A lot of it is worrying too damn much about what other people think.
Right.
Because truthfully, if you are doing a job, if you're doing something, right? If you weren't worried about the opinions of others and you were just focused here where you're at, like you're not judging yourself. Like, look, I'm doing this. Look, I did this. Look, here's where I am, right? But I think part of it comes seeking for the validation of others and the opinions of others that really makes you think like, damn, I'm not enough, or oh my God, I had to ask for help, or oh my God, I didn't get this perfect, so I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, I don't personally think this way, but like, I know that I need people, right? I know that I don't care how I got it done. I got it done.
Right.
Whether it was with y'all, and I tell y'all all the time, like, yes, this was my idea, but this is now our podcast. Like, you know, I wouldn't be here doing this today without y'all. So I think a lot of this is people are, one, ashamed, but two, seeking validation or opinions of others.
But yes, but I think for me then, like, my next thing is, but why? Like, why are you so pressed for that opinion from somebody else? Or like, why are you feeling like you need that? Oh yeah, like, you did your big one. Cause
mommy and daddy didn't pat you on your back as a kid. Like, they didn't give you the acknowledgement that you wanted. So now you're seeking this validation from people whose opinions don't matter.
Right.
Well, and you
or
think
your parents put too much pressure on you and made you feel like you still have to do more.
Or you think their opinions matter because they are in the same place as you or a place you want to be. You know what I mean? Me and Spencer could both be financial advisors, and I can see Spencer doing something, and I'm like, damn, I want to be in Spencer's shoes, not knowing we're on the same level. We're just doing it two different ways.
Right. And it's so funny you say that, because someone the other day asked me for a recipe, and I don't, like, I'm going to debunk what I'm saying because I'm not giving the recipe up. But, like, to that point, like, I could give you all the ingredients and whatnot, but, like, you're not going to be able to make it like me. But in the back of my head too, I'm like, damn, but I don't want you to, like, be able to practice my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, that's the problem with black people. They don't want to share
recipes, restaurants.
I mean, so I'll share a restaurant all day, but, like, I feel like there's some family, like, recipes that you just don't give out. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
you gotta get married
first.
or, like, humped into the family first.
You should have been like, yeah, this is a family recipe, so I can't really be sharing it like that.
Okay, yeah. Well,
I'm currently trying to find, like, a proper mac and cheese recipe.
Yo, so I
made some baked mac and cheese.
Y'all know Mr. Chime Time?
No.
So I bet you maybe not, because y'all algorithm's probably not like mine. But
we know our shit not like yours, bro.
Not even close.
So there's this dude, Mr. Chime Time. Matter of fact, if you ever in Connecticut, come on the podcast. We'll buy you dinner. You can rate it. But he actually just did the top 20 TikTok mac and cheeses. Like, he paid like over $1,000 for them and went through all of them. I'll send you the video.
Bro, how were his bowel movements?
No,
so the thing I realize about these people who, like, test food and shit, they always cut in between because they're not actually eating it.
Bro, so Sunday, when I pulled up on Drea, right? There were some influencers at the spot, and, like, she was getting hot because they were, like, ordering drinks, ordering food, and they weren't even drinking them.
Right.
They were just, like, taking pictures, like, that or whatever, and they weren't even, and she's like, I was like, bro, if I was you, I would have made those drinks virgin.
Right.
I would have made, I mean, granted, it's not coming out of her pocket, but you're wasting your time and energy. And I
mean, if they paying for it, fuck it.
They weren't. That was the crazy shit.
Yeah, no, that's nuts.
So I guess they spoke to the manager, and the manager was like 2 people can come, and 3 of them went. So one person was, like, paying for her stuff, and the other 2 were, like, getting stuff for free.
Oh,
yeah,
just to be a quote unquote influencer.
And that's the thing. I was like, bro, y'all need to start paying us.
It's funny
because we gonna eat the food too,
right? Well, that's the thing too. So, like, he got a pan each. So in my head, I was like, well, what are you doing with all of this food? But I found out, I guess he donates it.
Oh, okay.
Like, to, like, a local shelter or whatnot. Because in my head, like, you wasting mad food.
Facts.
He's certainly not an imposter.
No. He's certainly not an imposter.
So, but to that point, right? One of my homegirls, and it clicked for her when we spoke about over a year ago. When she found out these influencers aren't, like, they're no one special. Like, when it comes to, like, trying these food, it's just like Keith Lee. I, like, love Keith Lee to death. Like, I'm not sure, but it's like he doesn't have any type of qualifications to
a lot of they just followers.
And yo, this person lost their shit when I told them. They're like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, no, it's just people who try food and let you know how it is.
They didn't go to school, like, they didn't go to no culinary, nothing.
Gordon Ramsay, like,
yeah, like, they They don't got no certification, no nothing.
They palate not professional.
No, they
just hungry.
Literally, and they're just like, yo, like let me take a slice of this so I could post it on here and advertise your restaurant and get more viewers for you and whatever for me. Like, that's really heavy.
So another part of imposter syndrome is dismissing positive feedback. So I was
because you don't feel like it's real.
Well, that's like I was gonna speak on that because
lies.
It's funny because I don't know if I like or know how to take compliments. Like anytime someone compliments me, I always rebuttal it with a smart ass remark back. Oh, you smell good today. Yeah, I showered this morning. You know what I
feel that though. I'm the same way. I don't know what to do.
So is it like, I mean, I don't think I stink. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
not through the bite.
Said, damn, I smell you through this. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's like, and that's more of a compliment than it is positive feedback. But
you know what's funny? I feel like this is probably like a toxic trait of mine. But whenever someone's like, oh, like you look nice today, or like, oh, like that's a really nice sweater on you, or they'll be like, oh, like your locks look really good. I'll be like, damn, so they didn't look good yesterday?
I don't think that's a toxic trait. That's a defense mechanism.
I was like, not my shirt ugly?
No.
I was like, what about yesterday?
Someone just pointed this out about me recently too. They were just like, yeah, no, anytime someone gives you a compliment or something, typically you'll give it back, but like you don't. Like she's like you don't even think about it. She's like, it's actually like a joke now. Like I'll say something just so you can like avoid saying something back. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
That's funny as hell.
Because like, why are you chasing compliments? Like I'm gonna give you like.
But what are you really supposed to do when someone compliments you?
I don't know. I used to work with old buddy.
That's a true question. Like, are you supposed to give a compliment back?
I think so because I used to work with this kid.
But then does that feel genuine?
To this day, I'm only gonna be genuine. So whatever you get is what you get. But I remember he got a haircut. He's like, yo, Spencer, did you get a haircut recently? No, nigga, I ain't cut my hair in weeks. I was like, no, but thank you. And I kept it pushing. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about your janky haircut. I know you got a haircut. Like, give me the opportunity to be like, oh, nice haircut, bro. No. I'm like, yo, did you get a haircut? No, but I know you did. Fuck you.
Not the fuck.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. Obviously, no, a thank you,
yeah.
Right? But then, like, is it supposed to follow back with like, because my thing is
try to get like you, man.
Well, that's the thing, like, right? Like, you get a compliment, and then if you start talking about yourself, people gonna sit there and say like,
"Oh, you cocky, you arrogant,
right? You're full of yourself.
You a narc.
I just got this from Sears. Blah, blah, blah. Nigga, I don't care. Like, I was just telling you, smell good.
Like, so it's and then that's another thing, right?
My bad.
And I
now you thirsty.
I think this is more of a problem. Excuse me, amongst women. Right?
Ooh, not you coming for the women.
No, because it's fact.
I was like, you gotta point that into the camera now.
It's fact. Your teeth good? No.
Hey, yo. She not be easy behind the camera.
My fault, Beezy. It's only her second week. She gonna quit.
She said this
not
one behind the
scenes. Not too much on
she
mine.
She can sit in front of the camera.
Not too much on mine.
You didn't even know who she was when we called her Be Easy.
Yeah, because that's not her name to me.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we said Be Easy in the chat. She's like, who that?
Like, who the fuck?
What was I saying?
I was like, I know her by her government or mentee. That's it.
I was saying something.
You was talking about how this is a problem in women.
This is why we need Ash.
Yeah, facts.
Because that's incredible.
Right?
Thank you very much.
Okay, right.
I'll be here all week.
If I
go home,
my laundry work now.
Say less.
So, and correct me if I'm wrong, right? If I see Spencer in a shirt, I'll be like, oh, Spencer, where you get that shirt from? Oh, I got it from Forever 21. Oh, bet, I'm about to go order it, right?
Come on now. Forever 21, that's like shopping at...
My bad, it was just the first order. I don't
that's
actually...
You should have said, where you get that shirt from? Shein? Because, he a Shein guy. You
just told everybody else cheap? That's crazy.
No. Everybody likes Shein.
Yeah, but Shein quality...
Well, okay, for some
he
things...
went unsnap.
For some things... Yeah. Okay, some things, yes, and that's how you gotta check the reviews.
Facts. I like when they be
But
putting
they
the pictures.
They do got gems.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
I was like, was I so wrong for saying
So
that?
Spencer be like, I got my stuff from Shein, right? She could have said Temu, then you really would have been fucked up. But he get his stuff from Shein, right?
I would never disrespect him like that.
So then I go and buy my stuff, buy the same outfit from Shein, right? I find that if women, right? Ash, where did you get those pants? I got them from. They if they tell you, one, they probably won't tell you where they got them from, or if they do tell you, they're gonna be mad if you go and buy that same outfit.
I will literally call my friends out on that sometimes. I'm just like, not you gatekeeping, and they think I'm joking, but I'm being dead ass.
So that
like,
is a
why
thing
is you
amongst women.
gatekeeping? Yeah, I mean, it's a thing amongst black people in general, but like women will do that primarily.
Niggas do that with cologne too.
Yeah,
They be like, chill.
I got a collection now, y'all.
This is the panty dropper. Shut the fuck up.
They sound just like that, though.
And I don't know how I was gonna connect that to imposter syndrome, but
I too was wondering how you were going to spin that. I
I
think you're
don't
just
know.
taking your 5 seconds.
take my stab at women because
I was like, what?
Oh my god.
What are you talking about?
So what about over preparing? Is that a part of imposter syndrome?
Is there such thing as over preparing?
I mean, you gotta stay ready so you don't got guests ready.
That's what I'm
You feel
saying.
me?
Oh, I thought you were doing
I was about to go into a whole. I just having PTSD. You definitely got to prepare.
but so there's not a thing of over preparing. I feel like, bro,
I've over prepared before.
How is over preparing to where like when you got it, it was easy or like.
No, like
now you second guessing yourself. Now
like I over prepared for an interview one time that like in mid interview, like they asked me a simple question and I like
she turned into
World
SpongeBob
peace.
in that episode.
yeah, I thought it was just like my name. What's your name? My name. What's his name? Everything just starts burning in my brain.
Wait, I don't think that's over preparing. I think that's anxiety, like, or anxiety to over prepare. But like, to me,
I think over preparing looks like overthinking. Like
yes,
like you
is-
know
that's not preparation though.
but you're overthinking because you over prepare.
Like you're overthinking your question.
Yeah.
Like if they ask you this, then I'll say that. Or like, what if they ask me like, oh, simple question. Tell me about yourself. Then you like overthink like how much should I say?
That's a hard-ass
What
question,
should I
though.
leave
It
out?
sound like-
What should I not like do at this time?
I ain't gonna hold y'all. It sound like piss poor preparation. I ain't gonna hold you.
Ooh.
So then when do you know that
Nah,
you've prepared enough?
When you show up and it's just like bong, like I've been ready. Like
Not
what?
piss poor.
Like this. I can only relate it to my securities exams because I feel like personally, you're never ready for them shits. Like I don't know. I've read them books forward and backward, and like the test is to confuse you. So
I hate tests like that. Like so vindictive, folks. So evil.
yeah,
So
like,
nasty.
You just
so
want
rude.
you just want my 250.
Just so nasty. So
But it's like there's certain things that you come across where you're just like, nah, I know this. It's like a touch pass. You know what I'm saying? Like something that you've done a million times. I know when this ball comes, I'm gonna be able to give it to this person precisely every time. If not, like if you're second guessing, I would say that you didn't prepare enough.
It's interesting you say that.
okay.
I see what you're saying because in soccer, right, when you
It's
use the
muscle
touch-
memory. Yeah.
and there's things that I could do now. A ball's coming in the air, bam, take it down.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it just comes because I've done it so much. But I remember being a younger player, seeing someone on the other side of the field and being like, dog, you better not hit this ball because I know my first touch ain't good enough. I know this ball's about to bounce off of me and go.
And that's the imposter syndrome. Like,
Well, no, that was a fact. My touch was not.
he
Like,
said,
I knew that
nay.
yeah, I knew that ball was bouncing off of me or I was going to fuck
he
it
said,
up.
I don't have that quality.
Yeah. I mean, now it's coming bong, I got you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but I feel like I feel conflicted. Like, I feel twofold.
What do you feel?
You also talking to someone whose anxiety does not work in a way to like freeze up or like overthink. My shit gets to like analyze.
Well, yeah, I think like that's when I was younger.
Okay.
But like now, like I just internalize everything. So like,
Well, hold on, wait a minute.
oh yeah, it's like everybody be talking about, oh, Ash so cool, so calm, like she always be the calmest one. I was like, no, baby girl, I internalized that. I don't show it, but inside,
Fucking Tasmanian devil running laps.
years.
hello, I'm not gonna be right when I get home. I'm gonna be unfucking well. Okay, be sitting. Y'all ever see that meme of the fox sitting at the edge of the bed just like this?
Yeah, just
Yep, that's gonna be me.
I got a funny picture. Go ahead though.
Oh, I was like, you gonna show us?
No, I am, but it's going to take some time.
But I feel conflicted because as much of
The fox look like that?
yeah, but they're just like, if I had my phone, I would show it.
nah, but kind of yeah.
And then my
I
brother
need
in the
my
backyard.
It was charging, but because yes to that not being prepared and being a piss poor, because yeah, like sometimes when you like overshot it and you think like, yeah, like it's gonna be easy, I don't need to prepare at all, then you realize like, oh shit, I actually should have prepared and now I'm crashing out. But then there's other times where it's like, okay, like I'm gonna practice, I'm gonna prepare myself. I almost literally did that I almost crashed out for even my interview I got for this new job. Like I felt like at one point I saw my
Crackhead fox. That's crazy.
Yes, like that is such a mood for me. I'm just so unwell inside. That is and so back to my thought though. I think like it can be both ways, but I think sometimes it may lean more on the not preparing yourself side, but I think there's sometimes where you maybe, I'll use myself for example, where like I've put in the work, like I've done so much, I've tried so hard to always put my best foot forward, but then it's like even all of that work still wasn't good enough to land the job, to get the interview at all. Or even when you get the interview, you don't get a call back. They literally wait forever to tell you like, oh, well, we went to a different direction, or like, nope, like we've closed the position altogether at this time. Like I feel like I felt imposter syndrome for the last 2 years just trying to find a new job.
The thing about it, the game that comes with interviewing for businesses and shit, and like the anxiety and whatnot that comes around it, is like if you don't get the job, that doesn't mean like you're not a good person or employee or that you're not qualified enough. Sometimes it's really like cultural. Like there's people who I haven't hired who will be great people because I'm like, yo, you're not gonna fit the culture of this store. And no one's gonna like, you're just not gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's just gonna suck.
And I think that's like something huge too though to bring in, of the fact of like, if you don't get the job, you don't get the position you wanted, you don't get whatever it is that you're looking for success in, if you don't get it right away, does that genuinely mean like you're not good enough? Although society will make you feel like you're not good enough.
I think
that's the natural genius. Sorry.
I think a lot of the times it's not even that you're not good enough. Because a lot of the times when you don't get things, you don't get a reason why. You know what I mean? So I think you spiral out into, damn.
Yeah, you're left to your own devices to come up with that answer to justify whatever feelings you're feeling, then to say like, okay, like, well, I didn't get the answer, so I'll make up this answer. That's my answer now, and I'm gonna move on.
We're humans are always looking for some sort of closure or reasoning. You know what I mean? Of, damn, why didn't this happen? You know, like I always think back to the tryout that I went to in El Paso. Right, I was the best player there. We left this tryout, and the players that were all there competing for the same spot as me were congratulating me, bro. I know you just got signed. Newsflash, I didn't. Right, but for me, I just chalked. And when the owner and the GM reached out, they were like, "Listen, we already signed all our defenders. It's not even that we didn't like you. It's not that you didn't play well. Yeah, we already signed everybody. You know what I mean?
Sometimes
we're not gonna sign you to ride the bench.
You know what I mean? So move you across country,
like the wrong time, wrong place.
And that's when I kind of started to chalk it up to just like, maybe this ain't for me. Maybe my purpose is bigger. And whether that is true, whether timing. Right, I think maybe like a year and some change later is like when I like retired or whatever you want to put to it. Like I chalked it up to I had a bigger purpose, I had a bigger calling. You know what I mean? And as much as that would have been nice, the podcast would have never started. You know what I mean? Which pushes back the process of this. I probably don't meet Spencer because if I do get it, I'm living in El Paso, not Connecticut at that time. I never go to Get Fit. I never start working at the school.
Yeah, you would have missed Get Fit in general.
And as a whole. Yeah. The whole trajectory of the rest of my life is different if I get that. And that's not to say it's not better, but like, I don't know, I think my life is pretty fucking cool. You know what I mean? So I think one of those things is like, when you question those things, it can go one of two ways, of that spiral and imposter syndrome, or you know what, because we are always looking for some sort of validation or closure, here's what it is. And you have the power, unless there's a reason, like you just were not good for this job, you weren't good for this relationship, you weren't, whatever the case is, right? Then you, whatever reason you give it, you have to really like put power and believe it. So that way it's like, all right, this is it. I can move on. We're done.
So then do you think then that also stems from a space of like being insecure versus like being secure within yourself?
For sure. And I think there's part of it of like a lack of self-worth. You know what I mean? In the sense that like, I vividly remember that those 3 days in El Paso, I can tell you I was the best player there. Like I will stand on that shit. And it's one of those things like, oh my God, I wasn't good enough, or no, like just wasn't my time, but I can turn it around and say I was good enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm not going to like turn it into this downward spiral of, oh, this, that. I prepared enough. Right. I did everything I could. When time came, I showed out, and it just wasn't for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good perspective, because that's the opposite of the natural genius, which I didn't have to read them all in order. They all just came up. So the natural genius is the imposter syndrome type. You may feel like a fraud simply because you don't believe that you are naturally intelligent or competent. If you don't get something right the first time around, or it takes you longer to master a skill, you feel like an imposter.
Forget all that. I be messing up all the time.
Right.
I think I just used to get really frustrated when it took me like so long to get something, but like the person next to me could literally have taken a nap, like done some stupid stuff, not even tried, and boom, they get all the answers right. I'm just like, but why? Like, why do I have to work twice as hard for your like lackluster energy just to get it right on the first try?
This sounds like a whole lot of comparison, and I know a philosopher by the name of Spencer Cephas that often says comparison is the thief. Damn, that was about to be real smooth. That was going to be a clip. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Oh, Theodore Roosevelt, yeah.
Oh, Teddy said that. My bad. But you know what I mean? And I think that a lot of imposter syndrome is looking for validation and comparison to others, to people around you, to things that might not even be obtainable or real.
I think
it's just like in high school, it just used to piss me off. Like, when I used to have to like work twice as hard to like get a good grade on an exam, but like some of my peers around me, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I didn't study." Boom.
But I bet they didn't double dutch as good as you.
That was me. But it's such a bad like. It's like such a slippery slope because
not the slippery slope.
It like this all goes into like preparation, right? Because you took the time to prepare more for that test, whereas like this person, because I have a friend like that, my boy Alex, he ain't studied for shit in high school, and he like did fine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Now, fine, I was getting by. But
no, he got good grades. You know what I'm saying? But actually, this isn't a good example because he's still doing good. But like, it's like those other people that you're talking about. It's like they like they just woke up that morning like, fuck, I'm gonna take this exam because I was in class, so I know enough to like pass it. But now like fighting for my life to memorize shit, like, at my big age. So, like, your preparation there is now leading you to not have imposter syndrome now, whereas, like, now those people are probably getting put into these corporate jobs because they went through the whole spiel that they're supposed to. You're supposed to go to high school, go to college, get your internship. Yeah, get your internship, and then you get into these jobs. Now they get into these jobs like, bro, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Whereas, like, you have the person like you who's been preparing this whole time because you had to grit and grind to get it out the mud to get there, to while you're there, you're just like, yeah, fuck is y'all talking about?
I have regular.
I've been doing this.
Regular applicable traits that apply to life that I can apply to anything.
Yeah, like, you're figuring this shit out now. I did this out of survival. Like, the fuck is you talking about?
I was eating Salisbury steak.
Right, TV dinners, nigga. You wasn't there. My day. You wasn't there.
Oh, that's funny.
That is funny.
Well, shit, we've been chopping it up like an hour now. We got anything else to say? We want to give it a wrap.
I mean, you know,
wrap it up.
Always.
Always?
I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about.
It's not my ministry.
Yo, that's crazy. That is crazy.
I guess love regardless.
Right.
Well, shoot. Normally Ash go first, but since Ash started, does Ash, you want to go last?
Sure. He who laughs, 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 laughs.
Yeah.
Yo.
So
no, my wife and kids.
I'll go first, I guess. The feeling of wanting more and that you haven't done enough, hold on to it, because that's the feeling that will keep you hungry and motivated. Kobe Bean Bryant.
Not Kobe.
Kobe Bean Mamba Bryant. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't stay thirsty, stay hungry, my friends.
Hey.
Say Kobe Bean Bryant when we wrap up, because I have to tell you something off the podcast that
every episode we're good for one of these, bro.
Shit, we should make that a poll. What did Spencer tell Jacob after the podcast?
You want to know the funny thing? Every episode he's like, "Oh, we got to talk about that off camera."
Niggas
we
forget.
never talk about it off camera.
That's why I was like, I'll be surprised if it actually happened.
But Kobe Bean Bryant, I was gonna make a joke that I didn't on the podcast. Growth. But word, no, this was dope. I also think we could spin the block on this topic as well. Like, I think we could actually delve a little deeper. But this was great, y'all. Shout out to everyone listening. Shout out to the team. And my 15 seconds of fame is: look at people in your circle. If they don't inspire you, it's not a circle, it's a cage.
Oh.
They've been saying get rid of people for the last 2 months.
I was like, that sounded a little scary.
Nice. I mean, it's not an octagon.
I thought he was going to say it's not a circle, it's a semicircle.
It's not a circle.
It's not
It's a party in my city, yeah.
My 15 seconds of fame is y'all, I started my big girl job this week. So, you know, I've been fighting the demons that are imposter syndrome and negativity. So my 15 seconds of fame is really and truly going to be when you start hearing those thoughts or you start getting those feelings that cast doubt, just be like, shut up. I is that girl, or I is that man. I can do it.
Si se puede.
Si se puede.
Yo, there was one time I was down here, right? And
you heard me screaming that upstairs?
No. I was like, I did something like big, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember what I did, but I was like, I'm fucking him. I'm him. And I'm like, I probably shouldn't be yelling, I'm fucking him. It's like Spencer gonna be like, yo, what are you doing down there, bro?
Hey, man.
Bro, and it was like a good, I'm fucking.
Spencer's like, we listen and we don't judge.
Yo,
I go to bed. It's so funny. The other day too, you was blasting music and you text me. I was like, oh, y'all partying, and I went cool to sleep. Like, I was just like, yeah, whatever.
that was a good night.
you know what night it was.
Oh my.
All right.
And on that note, it's a wrap of the best podcast in CT, because we here to take over. We here to make it to the top, and that's a wrap.